Good afternoon, listeners. Excuse me. You joined me live on the M4, just past Reading Services. Coming up with the windmill, where you can turn left for Basingstoke and Reading itself, and the Oracle, etc., etc. Gives you an idea of where I am. I am on my way to Essex, to a mystery location, Colchester, to bed down for the night in preparation for the hasn't got a name yet me, Jeff, Lee, McMaster Christmas special road trip thing. I presume that over several beers later on we will come up with a name for it, and a name for our collective as well. Answers on a postcard, please feel free to leave them in a comment. Rule out Top Gear, Grand Tour, Gear Knobs, that's out because that's what Grand Tour was going to be called, and also 3. Yeah, you can't have that either. But as I approach what is, let's face it, a summit meeting with one of the great milk floaters of the YouTube world, my heart is filled with joy. Largely because of 2 stories that have emerged in the last couple of days, which are both anti-milk float in every way, mainstream news though, and kind of on the verge of I told you so, certainly with one, little bit with the other. Because the big story that probably you won't have seen, because they'll keep this quiet, is that the EU, of which, yes, I know we're not a part of anymore, but nevertheless, even though they're bloody hell, that's a horrible car coming past me now. I'm going to pull in so it can go past me. It's a Citroen from the badge. That's about as far as I... Oh, come on. Just put your foot down and go past. Come on. Oh, he's bloody slowed up now. He's being overtaken by the middle lane. Oh. It looks like a new version of the Cactus, and it looks shocking. It's basically a Dacia Duster. Come on, here he comes, right, you should get him in the mirror, should get him in the window. Here he comes. Oh, that's awful. Yeah, it is. It's a C3. It's the new version of the Cactus. It's a Duster. They've been to Romania and nicked it out the factory. Anyway, that's not what I'm talking about, is it? Because the EU, which we're not a part of, but nevertheless, Keir Starmer will still insist on doing everything that the EU do because he's a prick. There's bloody speed cameras everywhere on the M4 now. They are about to announce, and this has come from several different high-up people in the motoring world, the CEO of Alliance Insurance, the RAC, and various other people have all said that they've seen the reports, and the EU will be pushing back the date where they will stop selling petrol and diesel cars from 2035 to 2040. Bearing in mind, it's already gone back from 2030 to 2035, so essentially they've knocked it back 10 years. And the main reason they give for this heinous crime against the environment, let's be honest, and the biggest kick in the bollocks to milk floaters there's ever been, the main reason they give is, now I'm not sure what this word means, so you may need to look it up in a dictionary, because they've called it waning sales, W-A-N-I-N-G. Now, I don't know if this is a posh word for increasing, whether waning means on the rise, oh, Tone, your profile is waning. Yes, it is. It's going through the roof, to be honest. Or does waning mean sales are diminishing, going down, there are less of them because less people are now buying milk floats? Does that? Because if that's true across the whole of Europe is, of course, much bigger than the British Isles. So to use the British Isles figures as a benchmark would be the wrong thing to do, wouldn't it, floaterati? I think you'll find sales are exponentially growing month on month, week on week, day on day, and nothing you do can say anything other than that, other than everything the EU is saying. So it would appear throughout Norway are 100% Norway are not the only country in the EU. There are much bigger countries in the EU, such as France, Germany, and Spain, and Italy, Poland, and lots of other countries that England would fit inside of 20 or 30 times. But I think you'll find it's not going to be long before, even on the M4 at 70 miles an hour, oh yes, gone are the days of me filming the speedo while I was driving along. I watched one of my videos the other day. Oh my God, I'm being overtaken by a Tesla. There's a Tesla in the fast lane and he must be doing at least 80. You're going to have to plug in a minute. Here he comes. He'll pull off at Eston. You ain't doing that for much longer, not at that speed. Saying that Teslas do have a good range on them. Yeah, I might have to go in smug corner whilst in the fast lane of the M4. I mean, this is terrible, really. And then the other story. Oh, there's that. Oh, an original Z3 M with a hard top in silver, T-Reg on the back of a truck. I passed it earlier on. I've just stopped Reading South for a pee and it's gone past me again. That is a proper rare car, that. And it looked in good nick too. So, I mean, this is just the content that keeps on giving, isn't it? You know, you're getting commentary on politics, on the EU, state of the country, milk floaters, cars either side of me that are going past. I mean, Jesus. Really, if you haven't liked and subscribed to this channel, you really should hit the subscribe button right now and possibly click the little bell so you get alerts every time I post a new video. That's what I would recommend. See, I'm starting to get good at this like and subscribe thing. It's starting to sink in a bit that that's what I've got to do to grow the channel. But the other news, aside from the EU, is that Octopus Energy, the biggest exponents of milk floatery, solar panelry, wind turbinery, and all things greenly in the world of electric energy, and your friend, if you are a milk floater, they've made an announcement this week as well. Now, you remember the announcement when, if you bought a milk float, oh, I've got a warning light for me fog light. Oh well, just as well it's not foggy then, isn't it? Yeah, when there was an announcement that if you bought an EV, you wouldn't pay any road tax, you wouldn't pay any congestion charges, you wouldn't pay any of those fees, you certainly wouldn't be paying per mile, and you wouldn't be paying extra to charge at motorways. And how did all that work out? Oh, that's right, you've ended up doing all of it, and it's ended up being significantly dearer than you thought it was going to be if you bought a milk float early doors. But one of your saving graces was people like Octopus Energy will put you on a really low tariff for charging your milk float. So you could come home, I'll come home and I plug my milk float in. 12 hours later I get in and go to my boring job in insurance, wearing my brown suit, driving my milk float at a steady 55 miles an hour down the motorway, and I haven't had to stop at a petrol station for 2.5 minutes to put diesel in. No, but you have had to go through all the faffery of doing it at home. I charge while I sleep. Yes, while you can, before it catches fire. But what they have been doing is they've been doing it on a really cheap tariff, and it has worked out really cheap. So naturally, once Octopus Energy, and who would have seen this coming? Once they got all those milk floaters signed up for a 5-year fixed tariff, oh yeah, there's a bit in the small print that says we can change that, so we're going to change it, and now you're only going to have the small tariff for 6 hours, and then you'll go back to the standard tariff. So all those milk floats that when you come in and you put your milk float on 7 o'clock at night to charge, you're going to get up 1 o'clock in the morning and unplug the bloody thing. so that you don't have to pay the extra charges. I think you'll find it's still significantly cheaper than running an ICE vehicle. You may think that. I've got two words for you: depreciation. So in less than 48 hours, it has been two massive kicks in the bollocks for the floaterati. First, they find out that petrol and diesel cars are going to be on the road in Europe until 2040, at least. Now that C3's in the outside lane, and he's only doing a steady, let's call it 60 mile an hour, shall we, for the purposes of the tape. Anyway, now I'm undertaking him, but at least it means you get to have another look at him. I don't know why he's going so slow. Anyway, it still is a hideous car, and it still looks like a Dacia Duster. So not only have you got the ignominy of knowing that you bought a car 15 years too early. Oh, he's going to go past me again now. It's like he knows that I'm doing a video and he wants to be involved in it in some way. No, he's gone off now. And then you find out you've got to pay more for your electric because you're all on Octopus energy. Oh yes, I'm getting 3p per kilowatt and I charge for less than 7p because I only put 2 and a bit kilowatts in a night. Bollocks. So there you have it. The M4 update is complete. I am now about to enter the massive car park that is the M25, because I've got no doubt it's been a while since I've been on the M25, probably a year, because obviously I was banned for 6 months of that year. But I'm pretty confident that when you get on the M4 and then you turn left and you're in the Heathrow area, there's normally a very, very slow-moving traffic situation for about the first 5 miles. So I'll be pleasantly surprised if that's not the case. I should arrive at my destination in very good time, much ahead of my compatriots, because Jeff lost his pussy but has now found his pussy and gone to get his pussy and take his pussy back to his missus before he can come. There was a lot of pussy and a bit of cum in there. Make your own jokes. And Lee was doing something else. I couldn't make it out on the voice note he sent, but whatever he was doing, I don't think it involved Jeff's pussy. So the next video will probably be live from that secret destination, Colchester, featuring all three of us. Something to look forward to. But then again, if this doesn't get posted until 5 o'clock tonight, the chances are by the time you're watching it, we'll probably already be doing the live video. So that hasn't worked very well, actually, has it? I should probably work on my time scheduling there. Anyway, there you go. Video number 1 of the day done. I am en route. Top Gear special road trip type thing, grand tour. None of those names will be used. We'll have to come up with our own. Being recorded tomorrow. Very excited. Future my arse.